In my last video, I showed you how to make deep fried chicken, and we deep dived into all the different brines you could use: wet brine, dry brine, buttermilk. And in this episode, I'm going to show you how to make that same version of chicken, but using an air fryer. So you're going to get juicy, crunchy fried chicken, but without the soggy bottom. And there's a few tricks and tips along the way that I'm going to show you to avoid that. Will it pass the family test? The kids are going to be happy with it? We'll find out. So I've got a mixture of drumsticks and bone-in thighs, but I've taken the skin off the thighs because I'm trying to be a little bit healthy. And we've got a mixture of lots of lovely different spices. So we've got some cayenne pepper, onion powder, oregano, table salt, paprika, and I would use some white pepper and black pepper, but I used up all my white pepper earlier today, so I'm just using more black pepper today. But if you got it, use some finely ground white pepper. But I'm in a rush right now. I'm gonna mix all those dry ingredients together into a bowl and give it a good old shimmy. And then I'm just going to sprinkle that all over the chicken to dry brine it. I'm just gonna get stuck in here because I'm in a little bit of a rush. I wanna get every nook and cranny of that chicken covered. All the ingredients and amounts for this recipe will be in the description or on my website. Now, if you've got a little bit of leftover dry spice, that's perfect. We're gonna add that to the dredge. To marinate this chicken, I'm gonna use buttermilk. So buttermilk is like the leftover, the tangy leftover when you churn butter, and you're left with this sort of sour, tangy cream milk, hence buttermilk. And I'm just gonna put the chicken in here, and I'm gonna give it a good old stir around. Now, the longer you give this in the fridge, the better. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of my dredge in there as well, just a tablespoon, so it becomes a nice thick bind. Now, make sure all of the chicken is really well coated, so you've got every nook and cranny covered in that buttermilk mixture. You can add hot sauce, you can add that may chili sauce if you like, but I'm trying to make this kid friendly today. What I love about these sort of dishes is that you can completely customize it to your preference. Now that is looking fabulous. Carefully take these gloves off. I'm going to cover that and put it in the fridge for as long as I can. The dredge is going to be a mixture of plain flour, corn flour. I've actually added a little bit of rice flour in there. It'll have the leftover spice mix, and my little secret ingredient for a really crispy dredge, of course, being Auntie Liz, it's going to be instant noodles. Now, I am obsessed with instant noodles. My husband can definitely vouch for that. But what I'm going to do is create this super crunchy dredge using the instant ramen by blitzing it up and then adding it to my dredge. So I'll blend it up. You're gonna end up with this really crispy, not too fine, but still fine enough that it's gonna go into our dredge. The amount of flour I've got here, I'm gonna do 2 packets. Of course, don't forget spice packets or the stock bouillon from that ramen, because it's just, yeah, all the goodness, all flavor. MSG, love it. I think I caused a little stir on Instagram when I said we put MSG in our rice at May. Now the dredge is done. Next, grab a bowl. We're going to crack open 2 eggs. You can use egg whites or just whole eggs. I'm going to whisk them up. So basically we moved on to making our binder. I'm going to add a touch of water just to help loosen it. So you want it quite wet, and then we're just going to pour that directly into the buttermilk mixture and just sort of mix it up with that buttermilk, that chicken. I'm going to dip it into that flour, well coated. That's why I've used a really big bowl so that I don't make so much mess as I usually do, but I usually keep one hand for the wet and one for the dry. And then for one of these thighs, you don't want too much of that mixture on there, so I'm just gonna carefully flick that dredge off. Then in it goes. Coat it over. So marinade, we've added some egg into that buttermilk mixture because I'm feeling a little lazy. Didn't want to have extra bowls. And then dip into the flour dredge and then onto a tray and wash your hands. So that's basically the hard messy bit done. And now we're just going to put it into the air fryer. I'm using an air fryer because I don't want to be using lots and lots of oil. I am in a bit of a rush. You can do this in a traditional oven. The only difference is when you're using an oven or air fryer is that you're going to need to use aerosol spray. So I've got this wonderful avocado oil spray, and you want to coat, when I say coat, you want to coat your fried chicken in this oil, because without the oil, the air fryer is going to basically not going to be able to fry on anything, and you just won't get that lovely golden color. So just carefully lay, and I say don't overcrowd your chicken. Those chicken thighs are way bigger than these chicken drumsticks, so I'm just going to put the drumsticks in first. We're going to do 180 degrees for 12 minutes, and then we're going to turn it around, spray it, and do it for a bit longer, just until you get that really nice golden crust, and they're done. Right, let's have a quick look. It's had about 12 minutes now. Oh, it's a really nice color on there, but I just want to turn it over. As you see, there's parts of areas that it's not got to. Oh, being careful not to drop all that dredge off. Back in it goes for another 8 minutes. Yeah, just check the temperature of those. They look great. As soon as they come out. Let's get some seasoning on there. I like to season fried chicken in layers because it's easy. If you just do the top layer, it's just going to be quite one-dimensional. Right, the thighs are going in now because they're humongous. Can't wait any longer. I really want to dive into this fried chicken. It smells amazing. I've been nibbling all the bits that have fallen off, and I'm so excited for that. I mean, just look at that, super crispy. That was done in about 15 minutes. So let's try the taste factor. Oh, that crust is amazing. You can taste the little crunchy bits of ramen, and definitely get that seasoning. That chicken is so soft and so tender and really flavorful from that marinade, the dry brine, the buttermilk. Oh, I'm gonna try it with some of the May chili sauce. So I'm gonna go with the medium heat house chili sauce. Give it a good old dunk. Because I didn't put any hot sauce in the marinade, in the buttermilk, so. Oh my God. It's just the amount of chili and garlic that I really, really needed that in that. Wow. My husband knows that I'm not really a fried chicken person other than when I'm at work, but that's really good. See that I'm really hungry. And I love that instant ramen's in the dredge. It reminds me of this time. I used to do a supper club. I used to do a lot of these pop-ups around London when I was like looking for a restaurant space for my restaurant. And I did this deboned chicken wing that was stuffed with like all these flavorings, and then I used this same dredge crust on the chicken wing, and I served it with caviar, and it was absolutely divine. And this just, yeah, it's very nostalgic for me. So this was a really, really easy deep fried chicken in the air fryer. How I'd compare it to, say, the fried version from the deep fryer. I mean, this is still, you hear that? Still really crunchy, and this was made maybe like a couple of hours ago. So air fryer versus a deep fryer, you know, if you're deep frying something in oil, I still think obviously deep fried is the winner. Because I mean, look at that. If being healthy is your focus, using avocado oil spray in the air fryer, barely had any oil on there, and it still came out. I'll show you one that's crispy. Really, really lovely crispy all over. Look at that golden color. Now I'm a little bit nervous because I've got the ultimate taste tester next. So this is the family-friendly fried chicken recipe. What do you think? 2 thumbs up. Tell me, do you like the flavor?
A little bit spicy.
It is a little bit spicy. What do you think? It's because it's got pepper in. But what do you think of it? Is the chicken nice and soft? I'm gonna go for seconds. Oh, you stole the chicken. It's that good a recipe. You guys better try it out. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you'd like a link to our Mei hot sauce, it'll be in the description, as well as the full recipe will be in the description. If you want all the little details and nuances of like what percentages of the brine and the dredge, then head to my Patreon page, because I'm going to put a lot more detail about this fried chicken process on there. And there's a lot more fried chicken content still to come up, because we've got less than 2 weeks before the finals, and I'm getting a little bit nervous. But based on these initial testings, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty confident. Let me know what you think, and I'm just gonna go demolish a pile of chicken. See you next week.